Number 15, 2022, the coach in the house. Who else we got? Who is taking me with them on their adventures here today? Morning, folks. The folks with the jokes and the place that serves your face with the daily morning magic stocks and the morning magic talks. If you're out for a morning magic walk, take me with you. Bring me in your morning magic pocket. It's good. What's on the menu for aujourd'hui? What are you folks doing? The coach, the Brody. The dual brain, the most thinkingest man in the game. Ed, you and I are due for a phone call. We are well overdue. Holy smokes. But you know, when life gets busy, isn't that the way? That's how it goes. Life gets busy, things start to happen. I went and visited a friend last night. Mrs. Alfonso and I went to visit a couple of friends. So let's say thanks for having us over. We had ourselves a little din on my morning coffee in my cup. It's good. It's tasting all right. I had a little sip. I did. Tried it. It was okay. Got the chat running here this morning for you folks. For anybody who wants to take me with you this morning, thanks. Appreciate you for doing so. Smooth Adventures. Oh, it's going not too bad. It's going not too pretty bad, Brain. Oh, maybe we could get on the phone and just catch up this weekend. Got a lot to catch up on. I tell you, it just this stream is not big enough for the world and everything that's going on in it. But we get in what we can. We do. Be a little bit different time of day. But you know what? If you know what we do here, you're come to the right place. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me put it to you this way. We look at the prices of magic cards. We have discussion. We look to see which way things are going, get a feel for the market. We get a little bit of discussion going on about it. We do it all, everything. It's good. Do you like tracking the prices of magic cards? Does it look like something that you don't want to do? Does it look complicated? Is it too much for you? Let me do it for you. I'm doing it anyway. I come here every morning. I check these prices. And if I'm not doing it with you folks, well, you could be just look at them on your own. It's a lot less exciting. But you're more than welcome to join. All are welcome here. The play of the day is what you say. Coffee is nice this morning. We're getting set to do the show for you folks. Let's give it a whirl. See how Brody's coming in live and direct here this morning. Ticker's running. We got some stock prices to discuss with you. We're going to check the news desk to see if there's anything real exciting going on in the game of Magic the Gathering. And then we're going to run through some Magic prices. Any requests here this morning? Coach, what list do you want to see? What do you want to see? You want to run the all list, legacy list, modern list? You want to look at Pioneer? What do you want to do this morning? Where should we start? Coach, put me in, Coach. Where are we going to start here this morning? It's hard to say. Magic stocks, eh? It's funny if you go to their website, sometimes it's hard to get it to refresh. So you have to go there through the Discord. It's a thing. It really is. What do you want to do today, coach? I see it. I see it. Coach says Pioneer. All right, Pioneer it is. Okay, let's do it. Let's run the Pioneer list. Let's take a look at the we got to take a look at the Hasbro stock first though, right? Right, folks? Right, coach? Gotta love that coach. You know, if life is rough, get yourself a coach. I'm not even kidding you. There's all kinds of them out there. I've had a few. Uh, it's hard to do, but if you care about getting things done, find somebody who's got your back and has got your best interests at heart and wants to see the best out of you, and stick to them like glue. That's the tip of the day. Hasbro stock. What who does my eyes deceive me? Oh, this stock price, like it's got a little bit of just playing with my emotions, right? It's not moving very far these days. It just kind of up, down, up, down. Not really exciting. That's over the 1 day. It's down a point to 59.96. We saw it down farther last week. We are kind of expecting to see a little bit of shiftage down and to the right. And like if you need a smooth place to just relax and watch and see what's going to happen, come to Brodys. We're going to look at these prices. We're going to observe and see what happens. You know how to catch a falling knife? Really, do you know how to catch a falling knife? I mean, I guess you could stand under it and kind of like try and my microphone's a knife. Try and catch it like this. Or you could like just stand back, watch it hit the ground, tumble around, clang around, bang around. Wait till it stops moving, then just go over and pick it up. And that's what I'm talking about. We're going to watch things move for the next little while. There is definitely some clanging around and banging around going on. There's no doubt about that. This is the 1 month chart, right? Look at this. Kind of just trying to figure out a little bit. We call this the euphemism. The nice word for this in the stock market is price discovery, right? It's funny when a new stock launches, right? It's like IPO or initial public offering, or with other things, initial coin offering or initial be aware of any initial whatever offering, right? So let's throw some comparisons here. Hasbro stock, my really epic pen is working good. This thing is just on a it looks like it should pick up snowboarding or something. It would have a real good time. It would have a lot more fun than the players are having right now, investors alike. But price discovery is what happens when a new stock or a new asset is launched, and they price it at what they think it should be, and then it hits the market, and then price discovery is like what they price it to what they think it should be, and then it hits the market, and the market either eats it up and keeps buying it and thinks that's too low and the price goes up, or rejects it and the price goes down. Or if there's like mixed emotions, some people buy it, some people sell it, some people buy it, some people sell it, then it sort of takes a while for the thing to go up and down and figure out what its like natural price floor and ceiling is. So I guess we get that a little bit with magic card sets when they're coming out. Price discovery, we'll pitch a product, time spiral, X amount of, and that's sort of the part where the noise happens. Take a card box, like a sealed product that um shows up on Amazon, for example, and like it's gonna sit there and we're hoping for a price discovery, but we know like the price isn't gonna maybe move. So that can be a thing. Check it out here. Coach, what was the name of that site that you told me about yesterday? I was checking the comments. I read it again last night, but it just eludes me. I got to hear it one more time. I really do. because I had somebody ask, Brody, do you check the prices? I think it was last week somebody asked, Brody, do you check the prices of sealed boxes? And we really should. It's a good question. It's relevant. Makes sense. It's something that we could probably mix in here on the channel. So if we get a chance, maybe we'll go there this morning and look at some Magic card sealed prices. I like it. So we're gonna run the Pioneer list. Dawn Glare. All right, I like it. Dawn Glare is the name. Yeah, like $1,000 proxies, Richie. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for having me with you this morning. I got a little bit of a late start to the show today, so guess what? We're gonna be running on well past the hour today. My man, Richie Dubs. That was me that asked. It was you that asked. Sir, that's a good point. It comes to me again, and like, let's check on some sealed box prices. Why not? Doesn't it? Do you want to see that, Richie? It's a great idea. I mean, I guess you brought it up. It's a damn great idea. I brought it up. I'm Richie Dubs. I brought it up. Of course, it's a good idea. Um, yeah, let's go over there. We're going to take a little trip. We're going to run the Pioneer list this morning. We're talking price discovery with Dual Brain. Thanks for taking us with you on the road. I can feel a few bumps along the way, but it's generally smooth hanging out in the Dual Brain mobile. So thanks. Dual Brain's hitting the road right now. Keep your head up, hands on the wheel. Let Brody watch the charts while you watch the road. The advent calendar in the mail. Nice. Coach says he's got the advent calendar in the mail. He had the Galaxy foil and Junji into E2 foil etched layers. Haven't seen those opened yet. Very cool. So a little something special for the coach this in his advent calendar. It's nice to hear you guys get taken care of by the gods of Magic the Gathering, the pack opening phantasms that the pack opening gods that allow us to hit thunder in the packs, eh? Don't look now. I'm trying. I'm trying not to look now, but it appears the Toidler man himself has made an appearance here this morning. Once again, so glad to have you on the show. Thanks for including us in your day. I know you're at work. I know you've got stuff to do, and I know Brody's there to check these magic charts for you. Real fun place. I got to get over there a little bit more. I mean, if I got it, and then I sincerely mean this, it's giving stuff away and doing games and stuff is really tough. It's like you got to be organized, and not only can you do you have to be organized, you have to make it fun and exciting. So if you really want to see that done really well, head over to the Twiddlers channel, Twiddlers Place. It's a pile of fun. The bounty, what's the bounty up to? I don't even know. There's a bounty over there. Oh yes, if you if you haven't seen it, there's a bounty, and I'm not talking like heads of bounty. I'm talking like packs of bounty. Really interesting. I would check it out if you haven't already. I'm gonna have to do that. Hasbro stock price. We're just taking a look here. It's down 40 points over the year. Just over the last couple of days, it's only down a point. So like 59.96 for anybody who's joining us. A little late start to the show this morning, so I'm going to be on well past the hour. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to do it. We're running the Pioneer list. I'm checking the stock desk, and I want to see, like, we should have some new news articles out, but like these folks, like, they just like, I gotta say, they like somebody's got to either like stop taking so many breaks because we need the material. We do. Yeah, we'll keep an eye over here to see if the stock desk has any news for us. But in the meantime, it's movers and shakers for me. Let's go. Let's check it out. Pioneer. Let's Let's hit the all list just for a quick sec to see if anything's like anything crazy. 85% tick up in price for Mox Emerald. All right, 100% up for swords. Let's go Pioneer. Okay, this is where we want to be, folks. Gisela the Broken Blade. Oh, the first meld card, is it? Am I right about that? Is this the first meld coach? I think it is. Gisela the Broken Blade at the top of the list this morning. A card from Eldritch Moon. Here we go. We're going to take a look at this card. If you haven't heard of it, we're going to cover it here this morning for all of you tuning in on the replay. I think this card is just insanity sauce. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee. We're going to run this list. Twiddler says we're up to 63 packs. Wow. No, Twiddler, like, yeah, I'm not so organized, right? Glad to have you folks with us. Thanks a lot for kicking it here this morning. Big yo from the stadium. Coming out from the studio, Mr. DJ Long Hair here. Thank you for joining us, taking us with you on your morning. We're checking out Gisela the Broken Blade. She's a card when I first sort of like, I don't know, Brody took a hiatus from Magic once upon a time, and when he came back, I saw a card like this card, this Gisela the Broken Blade, and like somebody's like, hey, I think it was Murray who had it. Murray's got it, and he's like, yeah, I gotta meld this card. It's like awesome in my commander deck. If I can do it, I can win, right? And I'm like, what? Meld a card? What on earth does that mean? Well, it's when this happens. You cast this Gisela the Broken Blade. It's a 4/3 flying first strike lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, if you both own and control Gisela the Broken Blade and a creature named Bruna the Fading Light, exile them, then meld them into Brizella, Voice of Nightmares. $26.98. So like you look at the card, and this is when Magic cards started to like, you really had to start to look closely, because if you look over here, we got this box that says 910, and you're like, what's this 910 mean, right? What is it? Okay, so you got this 910 up here, but it's a 4/3, right? So we should flip it over. We'll take a look at the back. Look at this thing. Getting wild in here. Anybody actually flip this in the gameplay? Anybody done it? I think it's GG's if you can do it. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, Alan. Morning, Alan. I like Alan's comment. And the Brothers War was really cool for a reintroduction of meld. I think so. I thought it was neat. And then people who wanted to meld for the first time could do it. I've never melded myself. Anybody in the chat who has never melded? I gotta meld something. Maybe it'll be this card. I thought it was cool because I didn't play in the Eldritch Moon set to meld this card. So when I first was introduced to it, I thought like melding was never going to be for Brody. Brody's never going to meld anything together. Poor Brody. And then boom, Brothers War. Me and Alan Cahoon. We can meld a Mishra, meld Urza, meld. I have half of that card. I just can't remember which half, right? Yes. So you do need both, right? The year is 2032. The bounty is 10,937 cards. Twiddler's flesh strip, finger bones slide across the top of a pack as he desperately tries to open them just to end the game already. Somebody please take this bounty. My infinite prison. Ah, thanks, Britchie Dubs. That was great. He's adding a Twiddlesticks card next over the bonus game. Okay, well, keep an eye on the chat. There's all kinds of stuff. You don't want to miss anything. Anybody. Holiday season. Love it. Let's look at the Gisela card. She's a 910. Me and Alan, we want to meld something. The 910 flying first strike vigilance lifelink. Your opponents can't cast spells with converted mana cost 3 or less. It seems okay. Can't cast 3 drops or less. 0, 1, 2, 3, can't do it. Flying first strike vigilance lifelink. The vigilance is really good, right? But then lifelink as well. Because reasons. Because we need something good. Anything going on over your place this morning, Dual Brain? Are we crashing the Dual Brain channel after the stream? We need to know what's going on. What have you got for us today, Dual Brain? Ed, please. No, wait, don't answer that. You're driving. Don't answer that. Wait till you get someplace safe. Forget I said that. You can always tell us later. Okay, keep going here. Gisela, the voice of nightmare. So then let's see. Are they on the back? I think they're on the back, right? So like when you flip it over, this card's big, right? And it's like half. It's a cut in half, right? Like when you flip this over, this is how the meld works. It's like got a line, right? It's like half a card, right? You don't get the whole card, you get half. See, there's a little line here. You can actually see it, right? There's like a top and a bottom half. I don't know why they don't have a price for them separately, right? A top half is this much, bottom half is that much. How do you price this card? Is it like it's not worth anything? Is it worth half? Is it worth $23.50 a half? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Sounds like sounds like Wizards is trying to like. It's funny, right? They can figure out a way to sell us half a Magic card, right? Split cards. This card. Next thing you know. And I want to see some Magic card NFTs. Just kidding. Where is she playing this? Let's look at the chart. Gisela, she's seen any action? Is the meld mechanic coming back? Is it a popular mechanic now because everybody's melding Mercer and Urza can't get enough meld into it? Give me a meld something. I don't know. It's gone up a little poke here, just a little bump, speed bump. Boom, 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 boom. Mostly east to west action. It hasn't really like seen any volatility where it goes. So like it's probably kind of discovered its price point, settled on about $23. We're okay with that. But deck's using it. Like who's playing it? Is it its own deck? It is. Let's see here. Giada, Font of Hope. Kalia the Vast. Is it Kalia the what? Is that what it is? Yeah, Kalia the Vast. How vast? That's not a good name for a lady. The Vast. Okay, split cards are kind of blah. Alan's not impressed. Alan not impressed. It's gonna take more to impress me than a split card, Alan. That's right. I want a triple split card. I want a folding card. I want a card that hangs from the ceiling. I want a card that does a backflip. You can do better than that, Wizard. Split cards? Meh. Not. Alan's not impressed, Wizards. You got to do better than that. What about a pop out card? I guess they have pop outs. I don't know. I did a video on that. Magic NFTs. We have Magic NFTs already. Actually, MTG invented NFTs, right? Virtual copy of cards you must own to use on MitGo. Isn't that an NFT essentially? I did a video on it. It's if you go back, maybe you'll get a laugh out of it. It's called Meet Alec or We're Hiring. There's a We're Hiring video, and the idea was somebody sets up a box break service where you send in money, you bust the box open, and then you NFT all the cards. You send out the NFTs, but we keep the cards as a fee. It seems like, seems on par, right? With everything that's going on. Why not? It's really easy to do. There's actually just an app you can get on your phone. You can start making NFTs. It's going to zero. It's so funny. Do we want to look at one of these Gisela decks? Let's look at the Gisela Mono White Commander. What? Here's the thing. This isn't even a Pioneer card. It's snuck onto the list here, Coach. Coach. Should we fire Gisela? Gisela, get off our list. There's faults to these lists, right? So, like, if you don't like running, like, this is what we're going to talk about when we look at these lists. Like, like there's certain things that just don't make sense. So you can get frustrated when you're checking these lists. It's just that's not a Pioneer card. Life Angels. So we see some of those things. You point them out. We get some discussion going on it. And here we go. Gisela the Fading Hope. Giada. This is the commander for this big card. 1 white and 1. 2/2 angel. It's for an angel deck. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. Tap for a white, spend it only to cast an angel. This is a Llanowar angel. Right? It is. Neat card. Like it. A mana dork in white. Life Angels, right? What else are we going to have in here? One of those decks that takes you to 300, right? Soul Warden. That's the card I would expect to see, but I don't know if that is... I have to build a Pioneer deck, just so you folks know. I'm going to visit Garen Jotter over the holidays. So Brody needs a Pioneer deck because I'll have to check my phone, but he sent me a schedule. There's like a Pioneer event coming up. So like, what's Brody going to build? Brody's got to build a Pioneer deck. I don't think it's going to be Angels. Alan, we hanging out this morning. It's pretty cool. I am just, I got to do a couple of things here for you folks here. I got to give Alan his props. It's good to have you guys with me here this morning. Checking out the stock price here. We're running the Pioneer list. Right? Mono Pioneer. Mono, what am I running, Alan? What do you think I should run? Mono Red, right? Mono Red. I could build that. Brody could build that. Okay, sounds good. Mono Red. Angels are rocking. Cool. I don't know how I missed you, Richie, but let's put Richie in a timeout. Nope. What? Shoot, we gave him a wrench instead. Oops. No, that's what we wanted to do. Looks good. You guys are looking fantastic this morning. Let me be the first to tell you. It's great. Thanks for bringing me on the road with you this morning. How are we doing? Not bad, hey? Got one more. Let's just check the chat here for a second. See how everybody's doing. Build. I need something easy to pilot. I need something like that I can pick up and just mash together and like go jam cardboard with Garen Jotter. That's what I need. Mono Red seems like a place to be. I haven't built Mono Red in a while. Like maybe Pioneer is the format for me to do that. Could be all right. Richie Chubbs is drunk with power this morning. Oh my God. Somebody get that man a popsicle just to something to focus on, right? Too cool. Brody was cereal. What would it be called? If Brody was a cereal, what would it be called? Brodios. I guess. I couldn't. I gotta go with Brodios. Yeah. Let's see. Alan's got a deck list for us. Hey, cool. Thanks, Alan. Let's check it out. I want to see it. Let's do it. Do. Oh no, we don't want to leave. Right? Why not? We get some Brodios, right? Let's check out the deck list here. I'm gonna have to get it out of the chat here from Alan. This, maybe. Do I want to go there? This could. Okay. We've got a deck list here for Alan. Very cool. Let's punch that in, and then we're gonna run down the rest of the modern lists. Pioneer. We're doing Pioneer here this morning. Cool. Got a mono red deck. Chandra Tribal. All right. Stock desk. Let's move down the list. Psych Rift. Here's a card. Like they say it's a Pioneer card, right? But the Brody Pebbles. I like it. Oh, there's so many good treats. Brody Pebbles. Loving it. Love it. Like, do you guys realize that a lot of the content for the show comes from viewers? Like, people will comment, people will say stuff, and like the gears just start turning. And yeah, I appreciate it. It's material for days. I love it. It gives me so much more interaction with you folks. Like this card, interaction. Pick up your permanents, Richie Dubs. Psych Rift. Uh, Overloaded. This is a card that sees plenty of reprints. I think this is the Ravnica version. Return to Ravnica. $39. A card that, like, if anybody's tuning in is new to Magic, this is like a card that when you're new to Magic and you're trying Commander and you find this card, people are like, "Oh, great, they found the gasoline," right? And you're like, "What? It only just returns a thing." And then and then you do it with the overload cost at the table, and then you realize how darn good this friggin' card really is. Captain Brodys, yeah. We're naming cereals this morning. It's great. We're coming up with names for cereals. We're looking at Psych Rift. So, like, this card's seen plenty of reprints. It really has. And it's going to see reprints going all the way forward. It's going to need to. I have to make myself a little quick sippy coffee here. Quickie sippy coffee. Check it out. Psych Rift. Let's check the chart on this thing. Yeah, slowly just keep going up. Psych Rift makes everybody salty, doesn't it? Right? What's wrong, coach? Why are you sorry? It's fine. Don't be sorry. Take that back. It's fine. Get that hamster squeaking. Brody Flake. Brody Flakesy? I guess, hey, Brody Flakes. That sounds more like some dandruff. I don't know. Too cute. Psychrift price, stock go up, price trend look good. I think it's funny, right? If we only could, right? If Brody is, that guy that does the stocks there. What's his name? He used to be on like CNN or something. Kramer, yes. Brody's like the Kramer. Buy, sell, sell, sell. Got my this and my that, right? God, that guy just talks a lot. Holy smokes! But he's got a good show, right? Like, I don't know. Gonna have to go big or go home. Like with Psychrift, we're gonna have to play this overloaded. This thing just keeps trending up. It's probably gonna get squashed with a reprint again and again. How many different versions do we have here of the Rift? Right? Wolf. Psychrift. Overload. Attracts a Praetor's voice. Urza Lord High. Nekuzar, the mill Nectus are the wheel raiser. Some frosted Fonzies. Let's check out this Praetor's voice. Let's check out the Praetor's voice. Unique New York. Mutate Infect. I'd like to find a Pioneer deck running it. Because so far, all the cards on the Pioneer list are imposters. These are commander cards. See? Impostering themselves onto the Pioneer list. But it's fine. It's fine. 30 decks found using Psychrift. Mutate Infect. Yeah, why not? You want to, like, let's see tracks of the Praetor's voice. 4-color commander. Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, proliferate. Put counters on things. Oh, so the Glistener Elf gets bigger. It's got, in fact, the Blightsteel Mamba? Is it seriously? Is this a Mamba? Richie Dubs, put this Mamba away. Richie Dubs, why is there a Mamba on the screen? Blighted Agent. Grateful Operation. Icar Mirror. We got some secret tech here, folks, or what? What am I missing out here? If you ban Ristic Study, you need to ban Smothering Tide. That's one hot Mamba, right? I know, look at this card. Hashtag Coach says ban Ristic Study. Wait, Coach, is that a thing? I'll take it off my needs list. Ristic Study. I got a Ristic Study, my first one this year from over on the Dual Brain channel. Pack Fresh opened in Box Break. That was pretty cool. People like wonder, they're like, why'd you join the Dual Brain channel? I'm like, because he does awesome box breaks, you know, and like it's better than Channel Fireball. What's that? What did you say, Brody? Yeah, you heard me say it. Dual Brain does box breaks, and it's better than Channel Fireball. It really is. Okay. Birds of Paradise, Glistener Elf, Black Blighted, Mamba, Agent, Graded, Icar. Now I've had enough of this deck. Get me out of here. Psychrift, number 2. Vorinclex, the Monstrous Raider. Come on, find me a commander card. Is Vorinclex a commander? Can you imagine how beastie this card is? Like, let's find some stuff. Like, I can't wait to look at this list from my man Alan Cajon. Am I saying it right, Cajon? Alan Cohen. Edgar Allan Cohen joining us. He's taking me with him today. Here's Alan running through the forests. Trampling Hastings 6-6 boy. This card's expensive, right? How high was it? Was it any higher, or does it just keep climbing? I mean, yeah, it was a little higher. It was $50, $60, right? Right around here when it first came out, like they were like, this is the bomb. This is the bomb diggity. This is the standard card of all yes. Then it like kind of price discovery, man. And now it's like just kind of flatlining. It's going to run this way for a while. It might see a reprint. If it sees a banning, if it sees a reprint, down it goes. That was a close one. Vorinclex is Alan's spirit animal. Cohoon. Right? Cohoon. Vorinclex is Alan's spirit animal. So look out, people. I love it. You want to see decks using it. Of course, the Atraxa deck plays it. Vorinclex has his own deck. Why not? He should. He's a commander. He's a commander, baby. He's a good old-fashioned commander, baby. All the mana dorks, the birds, the Cutter Hydra, the Llanowar Elves, the Gyre Sage. This one doesn't want to show itself. Mistcutter. Hydras and Klexes, right? Yes, I guess this is you run him in Hydras, don't you? Oh, why wouldn't you? He's a Praetor, but you run him with Hydras, yes. Can't be countered. Haste, Pro Blue, Mistcutter, Hydra enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it. This could be like the best Hydra, I guess. It's like got evasion on it. What's the best Hydra? Anybody know? This one? Is there any other ones in here? Where's the other Hydras? Gyre Sage, Incubation Druid, Pollen Braid Druid. Cultivate. Vorinclex, the Monstrous Rider. So this is where he goes. Number 3 off the top. Oh, Finale of Devastation. Here's a card, right? We get to talk about this card. I like it. I do. And then there's a Tulane or Cullen also on there. Let's take a look at this card. Finale of Devastation. I think this card was like late to the party, right? $41.63. X and 2 green, double green and X, right? Search your library and or graveyard for a creature card with converted mana at X or less. Put it on the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. If X is 10 or more, creatures you control get XX and gain haste until end of turn. So you want to ramp into this sucker, right? $41 for War of the Spark card. Wowzers. That's kind of like, that's a lot of dough. There's some money in the Hydrasis Crassus, right? Yeah, Voracious Hydra, Hydroid Crasis, those are all serious Hydras, right? Where are we playing this? Commander Brawl, Commander Legal Brawl, no. Where's Pioneer? Pioneer Legal. Anybody playing in a Pioneer? We got a modern deck playing. Asmo, the food deck plays it? What? I like food. Somebody's playing it in here. 4 and 4. It hasn't been going so well. But what are we searching for with what are we searching for with some no, it's not even in this deck. They lie. Is it on the sideboard? Some plays I guess the food version with the Gilded Goose plays it. Then you can search up the maybe you want to search up this Overchased Daredevil. Or maybe you want to search up Asmore. Search your library for a creature card with mana cost X or less and put it onto the battlefield. If you search, so you could pay 2 and just go get Asmo, right? You get a 3/3 for 2 mana. That's what we're doing here. It has Asmo has no mana cost. She's got no mana cost. You see here, my name is Pleasant Jabroni. I am just the biggest jabroni on the internet. She's got no mana cost. This chick here. Asmurano Mardica Distic Kuldakar. Distina Kuldakar. You can get her for no mana off Finale. Why not? If that's what makes it worth $41 to ramp in your food deck, let's do it. Deck's playing it. Asmo food. Plenty at the vendor shop. Pioneer! It's a good time. Finale of Devastation. So how do we say this one? Tulane or Cullen? Here's the thing. Bob will show up. He'll be like, you're pronouncing it wrong. It's pronounced Chilane. Conspicuous Culliane, the teller of tales. I miss you, Bob. Where are you? Morning, Bob. If you're tuning in, if you're late to the party, I can't wait to see you. My superbackers in the house. Folks, Michael Superbackers in the house this morning, joining us for a little cup of coffee. A man that's always had my back since day one. Team Superbacker for the win, folks. Team Superbacker. Let's put it together here for everyone on the channel. Mr. DJ Longhair spinning those. Nice hits, by the way. Nice hits. DJ, been cracking some packs over there. Been cracking them packs, my man. Very nice. Oh, I got something to do this morning. It's really gonna be neat. We're gonna hit over here. I gotta do something quickly this morning. You folks have a wrench next to your name, you can put your channel in the chat box. You can. So if somebody's tuning in and they want to get there, go there, you got a channel, feel free to post it in the chat. That's a thing. We've wrenched folks, and it feels okay. Feels okay. I wish Unbound Flourishing worked on Mitgo. It's bugged. That's a bummer. Did anybody use Cockatrice or X-Mage? It's like an early console we used to use. It was like free. I think the adventure mechanic killed it. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating when that stuff happens in it. Chaliane, the Teller of Tales. Here's a card. Vigilance. Whenever you this card's busted. This card's really good. It's from a brawl deck. Like anybody who so anybody here who's tuning in, yesterday, like I gotta give this card some props. This card's really good. Okay, Chulain or Cullen, the Teller of Tales, $9.28. Legendary human druid, so it's like a really popular creature type. 2/4 vigilance. All right, seems okay. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Tap 3, return target creature you control to its owner's hand. So you can use this. T Freezy was running this, and it just wrecks house. It does. I think he was running it with Shrieking Drake. I think that's a card. Let's see if we see it on any deck list. But look at the price of this card. I think like over time, people are really just starting to like realize how good this card is. Like it started off at $10, kind of took a neck down, and then like seen about 3 or 4 months just around the couple of dollar level. Little bump up on Strixhaven. It's been running east west, and then now it's like people are like, "Hey, this card's actually good. It's taking a tick up, right?" You can probably still get it now while it's cheap. It's played as a commander itself and with Joda, the unifier. Let's look at the Cullen or the Chulain deck. I want to see what this one has it. Omnath. That's what we're saying. Omnath. He's good. Lands on Lands. This is Brody and this is Lands on Lands by Oko the Broco. Number 2. I want to see the Shrieking Drake. Yes. When Shrieking Drake comes into play, return a creature you control to owner's hand. So you play the Cullen or Chulain. Say it however you want. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, then put a land card on your hand from your hand on the battlefield. So you play the Chulain, then you can play the Shrieking Drake. Comes into play, you can return something to your hand. You can return the Shrieking Drake if you want, or you can return something else that has an ETB. But you get to put a land onto the battlefield. And then I think, is there an Omnath in here? Did they? No. Oh, I think Omnath. Am I? Dust my eyes. Deceive me. Am I? Is nope. Omnath got another color pip in there. So you wouldn't see Omnath in there. This is a commander build, but you would see an Omnath build, I think, in Modern or Pioneer. I guess you could. What else can you? He can't be your commander. I guess you could just run. What else are we running here? Who else can we run? Joda the Unifier. Let's look at Joda. If we run in Joda, we can run Omnath. Again, I want to look at this Joda card. 5-color commander. Look at this. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. What? This fantastic card. All right. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may play the card without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Joda the Golden Boy. This is the Oscar de la Hoya deck. Let's see here. There he is. There's the Golden Boy himself, Oscar. Omnath in Modern. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Had my by Sicktastic. Had my face pounded in enough times by Omnath and Chillane to know it's good. He can bounce himself. He can protect himself. He can say, "Don't touch my things." He can do all kinds of stuff, and he can win you lots of games. See, pick up. Good fun for the bucks, eh? Ancient Green Warden? Really? The 570 boy? Mr. 570. How are you doing? Let's bring the the greenest warden in all the land up for the folks to see. Anyone know, can I export my card sphere halves list? I went right over my head, Richie. I have no idea what you're saying. What's a card sphere halves list? I don't know. I don't know, Richie. I don't know. But maybe somebody does. In a Gitrog deck, Ancient Greed Warder, that is. Okay, let's check it. Do we like this card? Zendikar Rising, the 570 Reach Boy. You may play lands from your graveyard. Oh, golly. Last time I went over to T Freezy's, I sit down and we're playing in Commander. We're playing against a Wasteland deck with a Ramanap Excavator and Dust Bowl and Strip Mine. And like this just gives, and then a Souza. Like you're like, 2 lands, double Strip Mine. Oh, again and again. Nobody have lands yet? So then here was the line of play. I cast a Fertilid. All right. I cast a Fertilid. That's what Brody did. I cast a Fertilid. I was up against this deck. It was 3 against 1,000, folks. 3 against 1,000. The toughest 3 we ever fought. I'm sitting there down the barrel of an Azusa Crucible of Worlds, Ramanak, Excavator, deck, and Wasteland. Brody cast Fertilid. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. You went and got some lands, didn't you? No, I didn't. The guy next to me, T Freezy, was low on lands. In fact, he was out, so I gave him 2. Passed the turn over to him. He grabbed a couple custom spells, went around the board a few times, and then it was evens up time, so he evened the game up. Fertilid, pretty good card. I think it's good in Commander. Why not? You may play lands from your graveyard. This is going to be a disgusting card. Oh, God, there's so many things. Wasteland is Strip Mine with all the extra land drop enablers. Oh, gosh. The halves list. There's a card trading site. Wasn't there one, like, Puka trade or something that didn't work out? Yes, Strip Mine is gross with extra lands drops. It's disgusting. But here, if you want to play that, and then you know what? It's it's really good. It wins. It's like a lock piece. Ancient Green Warden can do that. So what we're talking about is we're talking about Wasteland here. Anybody who's tuning in, this card, Wasteland. It's an expensive land. It is, but you'll go over why in a minute here. It's $25 because you can tap it, sacrifice it, destroy target non-basic land. So it's a land itself, right? So you can play this Wasteland, put it onto the battlefield, sacrifice it, blow up your opponent's land, right? And then with the Ancient Green Warden, you play lands from your graveyard so you can do it again. You can loop it over and over. If you got Crucible of Worlds, it does the same thing, but Commander, you can only have like a one of each. So this gives you another way to do it. Ramanap Excavator lets you do it. And then there's this card, Strip Mine, which is a card that's legal in Commander, and it blows up any land. It doesn't say non-basic. It just does any land. Here, sacrifice, Strip Mine, destroy target land. So you play cards that allow you to make multiple land drops, right? Azusa, Lost but Seeking. How do you spell Azusa? I don't know. She's lost. Nobody can find her anyway. But she allows you to play 2 extra lands during each of your turns. So that's pretty insane. Especially when you can play them from the graveyard. Like, I don't even know what to say. It seems busted. All right. Azusa's not coming up, but Ancient Green Warden is. It's $12. It's a mythic from Zendikar Rising, the new Zendi set. You can get it in, what's a Zendi Tendi worth? The Zendikar Tentacle, the foil full art, the most expensive version. Let's go with the best version. The full art extended Ancient Green Warden. Yeah, right. 5/7. It's also a beater too, so it's like a finishing move. It's like a, roundhouse kick to the face. 5/7. Reach, can block flyers. Like it. Whenever a land cause oh, look at this part. The second part of the card, the third part of the card, and the fourth part of the card. If a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that triggers an additional time. So landfall, right? We're playing this in landfall. Let me see here. Omnath. Ew, the Green Warden and Omnath together. Are we serious? Oh, let's look at it. That just looks really powerful. Holy smokes. Yeah, strip mine is gross with the extra land drops. It really is. Titania. Want to try it. Haven't got my beside yous yet. Azusa. Send me the cards. Gitrog lets me draw a card with it. It's gross. Oh, Gitrog. Mm-hmm. 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 You guys gonna hang out with your folks this holiday season? You got plans lined up? I hope you do. I wish you guys a happy holiday. I'm just gonna put on a little background music because I like a little background music, just for a minute, right? How you folks doing? It's Brody today. We're here on the channel and we're leading the way. We're about to do a top 10 price list here on the MTG Goldfish Stocks list. It's real good. We're all tuning in. Ancient Green Warden and a Dragon for the win. Let's get it up on the screen. You know what I mean? It's Michael Superbacker in the house. This is a dream. Okay, let's go. Gold Span Dragon. $15. We're going to see this all over the place. Caladime, right? At least I can make you laugh this morning. That's the name of the game. If I make you chuckle at least once, I'm doing my job. If I can't do that, then just don't bother tuning in. You're hopeless. There's nothing you can do. Sometimes we just need a smooth place to relax and watch these card prices and just talk about it. If you don't like checking prices, if it's boring and mundane, let me do it for you. You can always come here. All are welcome here. The Gold Span Dragon. I like this hasty boy. Treasures. Flying Haste 4/4, $15. You can open this in Kaldheim fairly recently. Flying, it's mythic. Flying Haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure. I wonder if you could play this with in a Boros deck, with Feather, right? What about Feather? Can you play this with Feather and a Boros deck? Is it any good? Feather the Redeemer, the one that loops all these spells from your hand, and the white spell that does, for one. I don't know. Maybe it's good. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't have a gold. Maybe I do have a Gold Span Dragon. And then the treasures have tax, sacrifice this, add 2 mana of any color. So where are we playing this? I want to see. Has it been going down in price? It has been going down in price. Look at this. Nobody likes the Feather, the Gold Span Dragon. Maybe. It's just on the movers and shakers list today. What? Well, how come it's going down so much? So you got to watch this. Why is it? It's gone up, down, but now it's on the movers and shakers list. Did it tick up in price? Is there a deck playing it? Did somebody win some money with it? The Dragon. I guess you play it with dragons, eh? I don't see a Boros deck list here. The Dragon. This card's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, boys. This card right here. But the card I would like, maybe, is the Feather. Why not? I think Feather redeemed. Let's check. Let's get redeemed here, if you know what I mean. This card, it's red and white, right? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Target my Goldspan Dragon. Okay? Get myself a little bit of treasure. Right? Return spell to my hand. Use mana to cast spell again. Right? No, yes, no. Right? Can't you do that? Can't you do that? Tell me if it works. Richie Dubs will know. He's a professional. Prime 406. Okay, I'm gonna need you to go stand in the corner and face the window. You're late. Stand in the corner and face the window. No, I'm so happy you're here. Big hug for you, my buddy. Thanks for joining me and bringing me with you on your day this morning. I'm happy to be there with you. The Prime 406 Games. You're not late. You are here just on time. The question is Goldspan Dragon with Feather the Redeemed. Like you can you loop it? I think you can. We need a 1-mana spell with Feather the Redeemed, right? 1-mana spell. Does Feather run the Goldspan Dragon? Let's see here. This version of the deck. So they got all these 1-mana spells. A Jenny's Presence costs 2 and 1 more to cast before target on the first. Any number of target creature gets +1/+1, gain indestructible. What about one that gives it Exo and Trample until end of turn, where X is 1 plus the name card? What? This is what? We gotta read this again. Feather the Redeemed with this Goldspan Dragon. Crimson Wisp. Target creature becomes red and gains haste. That's what we want. Draw a card. Okay, so this is what we want to do. We feather fun. We want to tickle. Is this deck fun and ticklish? Feather with the Goldspan Dragon, right? Can we target the Goldspan Dragon, get a treasure, put it back in our hands, and do it again? I think we might be able to. It's possible. I've not seen anyone playing Feather, to be honest, lately. It's it's a deck that just it's good. I know Murray has a Feather deck, and I've lost to it a few times, and it's really hard to deal with. So I figure this Goldspan Dragon could go in there. Just wondering, just curious, asking if anybody's playing it. That's all. We're gonna grab another little sip of coffee here this morning. We're running down the Pioneer list here this morning, folks. We're doing some Magic Talks. We're hitting some Magic Stocks. And we're running the Pioneer list. Mana Confluence. Here's a card. Okay, is this where? Let me see. Just let me back up. Go back to the Goldspan Dragon. Commander. I think every card on this list so far has been listed for Commander. It's weird. Okay, here, this is a Pioneer card. Mana Confluence. Anybody adding this to their decks in Pioneer? Fixing Land. $23. Wow, pay a life, add a mana of any color. Wow, that's a good card. 5 rivers encircle Theros, flowing with water more ancient than the world itself. Ooh, wow. Anybody running this? Abzan Greasefang? Sounds like Brody before he brushes his teeth. Where's the Greasefang? Greasefang. Let's check this guy out. Greasefang Okiba Boss. Rat Pilot. There's a pirate pilot deck. A pilot deck. I was born on a pirate ship with a bunch of pucks and apples. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to owner's hand at the beginning of your next end step. Some people want to run Mana Confluence and Pioneer. It doesn't have great fixing, right? You only run it if you don't have the proper fixing, I guess, eh? Racefang. Pilot deck, Mana Confluence. There's got to be better stuff, right? There's definitely better stuff. It's like you need the lands, right? It's a typical paradigm for Magic. If you don't have the lands, you got to throw like some other stuff in there, right? Some shards want mana confluence because Pioneer doesn't have a great mana yet. Depends which shard you're on. Excellent. All right. All right. Liking it. Liking it. You folks just enjoying the discussion here this morning. I am. I like it. It's good to catch up with you folks. I do like checking out the comments here. So Grease Fang's playing it. 5 colors of invention. Oh yeah, 5 color fires. 5 color fires with Yorion. Enigmatic fires. Enigmatic. It's an enigma. Enigma Geist. Enigma Smith. Man. We're hanging out. It's December 15th. It's Thursday. We got the round table is happening tonight. Did you folks know it? DJ, post that link in the comment section for any new viewers watching us today and tuning in on the replay. Feel free to do so. Anybody here who's joining in who's got a channel and a wrench next to your name, you can check it out. I'm gonna have to bump over there this evening. I like to put it on. It's just really where you want to be this evening over at the DJ Longhair Round Table. So I hope to see you folks there later on tonight. Prime 406 and the rest of the boys. 5 color invention fires deck. Cavalier of Dawn, Elder Gargaroth, Kenrith, the Return King, Yorion. It's a lot of big stuff. Them is in Pioneer. Of course it is, Brody. Didn't you know? This epic tutor card that lets you search for anything and put it into your hand for 3 life, 2 black and 1 is in Pioneer. Michael Superbacker, what formats are you playing? Just out of curiosity, what formats are you folks playing? I am going to have to start taking a serious interest in Pioneer. I am. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. It's a good competitive format. It's like mini modern. It's not, like as like OP as modern, but it's thanks DJ. It's what's a card? It's a format. It's a format I think I should play because it's like modern doesn't fire modern's once a week. So if you want to get games in, you gotta like either play. No one's playing standard. You got to play constructed, block constructed. So I guess Pioneer for me. That's all good. DJ's working on it. He's getting the stream ready for. See, that's the type of work this man puts in, and that's why I like. I like the guy. He's a hardworking man. He puts in a really good effort into making the show special and inclusive, and bringing on a lot of guests. And he does a really good job. And it's a heck of a lot of fun. It's a good place to be on a Thursday night. Anybody who hasn't checked it out, please join me there over at the round table on Thursday nights. If I can make it on, I will be on. Mostly likely in the last hour of the show. I like to make some supper and put it on and listen to the talks. I love the Magic talks. It's really good. Shoulder of the Apocalypse with a grin tutor. Where are we playing this? I want to see a Pioneer deck running it. None. And again, an imposter. An imposter. We've been imposted upon. We have. I thought this was a Pioneer list. I'm very sad, but that's okay. We got some great cardboard on it anyway. It just confuses me because Brody's such an amateur at Magic anyway. When I go looking down the Pioneer list, I want to see all Pioneer cards. It doesn't necessarily sort it like that. It'll just tell you that these cards are all legal in Pioneer. That's the format that they're legal in, but they may be played across other formats, and it's likely that Commander will push the price, and other formats. Modern will push the price and Vintage. All the different formats are able to push the price on this Kalonian Hydra, pushing the price of the Kalonian Hydra. What are we, Commander? Legal. Brawl, legal. Historic, legal. Dual Commander, illegal. Vintage, legal. Legacy, legal. Modern, legal. Pioneer, legal. Are we playing it? Where are we playing it? Deck's using it. Give us a Pioneer deck, folks. That's okay. It's played in Commander. Good cards, though. This is a 5-mana Hydra. $15.51. Can I get a 25-cent bid upon a $15.51? Can I get a $15 25-cent bid up on a $15 Hydra? Give me 400 heads. Can I get a couple dozen heads on this Hydra? Trample, 5 mana, enters with 4/1/1 counters on it. When it attacks, double the number of counters on it. Can I get a 2 counter, 4 counter, 6, 2 counter, 4 counter, 8 counter, 16 counter Hydra on a battlefield? Swing into the face. My opponent's going to take it when I give it trample. It's already got trample. Death touch. I'm going to give it some death touch. If you can give this sucker death touch, you got things happening. So whenever it attacks, double the number. So you get a 4/4. It attacks, it's an 8/8. It's got trample. Even Ballast Sphere, it's feeding time. This thing looks really good. We got to give it the bad touch. We got to find a way to give it death touch, and then we have to run it with Mirog. That's like Brody is going straight to Timmytown. I want to run this with Mirog. I do. What's Mirog? Well, Mirog is a card that I just like. How do you spell it? How do you spell Mirog? The Fury of Alkum. I got it. With this guy, I don't like this art. I think it's ugly. I want the regular art. I want this art. I want this guy. I want this Mirog, Alkum of Fury. I want to play it with this Hydra. Let's check him out. Mirog, Alkum of Fury, Minotaur. Each creature you control gets 1/0 for each time it has attacked this turn. All right, you get a 6/6. Creatures this for each time it had attacked this turn. What do you mean? I thought we only attack once every game of Magic, right? We're new here. That's the rules. You get 1 attack step. That's it. No. Mirog says no. We're taking more attack steps. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. What? You get an extra combat step? If you're making land drops, can we play Mirog into this Hydra and get multiple combat steps, double the amount of counters, give it death touch, and swing over and over and over again and just drop lands onto the battlefield? We need an engine that's just going to let us put more lands. Oh, we do. But who's playing that type of build? Nobody. Not anybody. Nobody's going to do it. It's just bad tech. Don't do it. That's Brody tech. It's a little bit, it's maybe reaching a little bit far, but I think I'd like to try and do it. Zaxara, the exemplary. Vorinclex, a monstrous rider. Of course, Vorinclex, right? Why not? Right? Vorinclex is already. Ha ha ha! Oh my gosh. Speaking of Richie's spirit animal, why do they give us this version in Phyrexian? We can't read it. All right. Why would somebody add that? Look, I'm going to add this to my deck list so everyone can not read it. Anybody out there read Phyrexian? Can I get a translation on this card, please? Vorinclex. Voracious Hydra. You'd rather see the Voracious Hydra, right? Let's see here. Where the Voracious Hydra? They got it in here? We'd rather see the Voracious Hydra. Hydras are cool. I'm so pumped that there's you can play a Hydra tribal deck. Voracious Hydra. Enters the battlefield with X1 counters on it for 2 green and X. Okay. Ah, how does Possibility Storm sound? I can see Brody behind a Barbarignos chucking lands at fools. Oh, yeah. Pioneer's a new modern. Coach says it is. Let's check it out. Voracious one. The Voracious one. Trample. Voracious Hydra enters the battlefield with X1 counters on it. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Double the number of counters on it. What? Or it fights. You get to double it or fight. This is insane. Lots of counters. Lots of counters. Man, I got to do it. I got to make a Hydra deck. Man, there's just so many decks, so little time. Mana Crypt in a mono green deck? What the heck? Right? I guess good comment there. Friggin'. Yeah, I guess you just need it for we just want it for the X spells, I guess. We just want it for this right here. Let's get my for that little spell, right? For that X spell. All my X spells live in Texas. Well, that's why I grew up on Tennessee. What else? What else? What else we got? Oop. Warren Collects. Let's check. Yeah, let's take a look at that. The monstrous one. Mana Crypt's in there? Yeah, Mana Crypt. That's spotted the art there, hey? Yeah, I guess we want it. And a Mana Crypt and an Overflowing Chalice. This is kind of a neat card. Anyone playing the Chalice in Commander? Multi-kick you in the, kick you in the D with the multi-kicker for 2. Overflowing Chalice enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it for each time it was kicked. Each time you got kicked. I had a white for each one. Yeah, so, or no, that's a waste. Or a colorless. Can I call it a waste? I don't know. I guess it could. Colonian Hydra, that's about it, right? Okay, well, let's check this out. I want to see this deck that Alan sent me. Alan Cohoon sends his regards via this deck, Chandra Tribal. Chandra? Which Chandra? Which Chandra is it? Torch of Defiance is in there. I could maybe build this. Holy Chandrolis, Batman. This is a lot of by the Pie Man. This is a lot of Chandra Pie. Holy smokes. Well, I do gotta check that out. Feather is busted. I know, right? Anybody on their way to the coffee shop this morning got me with you? Let me take a look at this. So we got 4 Chandra Acolyte of Flame, Teen Chandra, right? This is the one that costs 2 red and 1 zeros. Put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker you control. So this is the one that like starts ramping up all your planeswalkers, including yourself. I think we want to like start zeroing this once we have other planeswalkers on the battlefield. The Chandra Acolyte of Flame. And then the Chandra number 2, there's only 2 of these. Okay, so this one, what else does it do? If this is your order of Chandras matters, right? First Chandra, create 2 1/1 elemental creature tokens. They gain haste, sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. So you're the beatdown deck. You're the aggro deck in this. These can't block, eh? All right. You may cast target instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile instead. So you get flashback. You can start snap casting things back. So Acolyte of Flame, 3 mana Chandra, Artisan of Fire, this is a bigger one. So you're probably like Chandra order matters. This is probably the first one you're going to cast, right? Because it's the cheapest. Unless you ramp, right? 4 mana Chandra, another 4 mana Chandra, Torch of Defiance is 4, 5 mana Chandra, Heart of Fire, Chandra's Big Chandra, and Flame Caller, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 Chandras. 14 Chandras in a deck for me. I need a 14 Chandras and a bunch of mountains. I have the Torch of Defiance. I do. I don't know if I have the Acolyte of Flame and some of these other ones, so I might have to like pick up some Chandras. What is this? Chandra's Regulator. Oh, we get to run the Regulator too. If you activate an ability of a Chandra, you may pay 1, and then if you do, copy it. That's really good. How are we getting this out fast? We need like a way to do this quickly. Soul Guide, just 19 mountains. Just, that's it. That's our mana. Put a page counter on my Maze Mind Tome. Hum. Hey, Richie. If anybody's going to the coffee shop, grab an espresso for Richie. I owe him one. Might have made him spill his coffee yesterday. Sorry about that, Richie. I'll try to be less entertaining. Thomas, why does a fish wear a bow tie when he wants to feel sophisticated, right? Exactly. Why not Chandra Dress to Kill? I don't know. Let's check it out. Like we should have some Dress to Kill. Why no Dress to Kill? Je de me, ooh la la. I have no idea, but we have the Flame Blessed Bolt. Flame Blessed Bolt? Flame Blessed Bolt. Deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker would die, excellent this turn. I noticed you were short on party favors, so I brought my own. Higa Slayer, Captain of Catstaff. Cool. Oh, wow, that's like somebody taking one right through the chest bone. That's pretty nauseous there. That person, like, it looks like their supper is coming up. Straight out the chest, right? What else we got? Why no Dress to Kill? We want to know. It's 14 Chandras. Light up the night. There's light up the stage, but we don't want to do that. We want to light up the night. This card, I think it's got Chandra on the card. This one, does it have her on there? No, but she's doing a thing. Light up the night deals X damage to any target. It deals X plus 1 damage. Instead, if that creature is target is a creature or planeswalker. Oh, flashback. Spikefield Hazard. This is the cave. Deals a damage to any target if it would be dealt damage this way. Exile instead. So you like exiling all their stuff if it hurts them. Chandra's Triumph. 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Chandra's Triumph deals 5 damage to that permanent instead if you control a Chandra planeswalker. And there's only 14 of them in the deck. Anger of the Gods. This can exile things. I like it. This looks like it would kind of wreck low to the ground creature builds. Maybe some Bony Boy, some Bone Crusher Giant, maybe some bigger walkers. Audible. We're pulling a little Audible here this morning. We want to see some Dress to Kill, I guess. It's a fact. Ding, ding, ding. Oh. It's a fact. Dress to Kill. Keep on going. Anger of the Gods, Valakut Awakening. Oh, I don't know if I like this card. Put any number of... when I say that, I mean I don't know if I like it, like playing against it. Like, I don't want to lose to this card. Let's see here. Tribal deck. It's a cheap Chandra tribal deck. I like it. Yeah, what's the total build cost on this? $64, right? I like it. The most expensive card is the Torch of Defiance. So yeah, thanks for this, Alan. This is like, and the rest are like, easy pickups, right? I have the Torch of Defiance from when it was in standard. So like, I'm set here. Legion Warboss. This is a good card too. It makes the Mentor token at the beginning of combat on your turn. Create a 1/1 Goblin creature token that gains haste. Haste until end of turn and attacks each combat if able. It looks like this would just wreck low to the ground creature decks. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. The mirror box. This is the card that does that. This is a new card. Anybody who's new to Magic should be aware of this card. This is interesting. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1. Each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with the same name as that. I want to play mono Ragavans. Right? Just like the legend rule doesn't apply, so you can have more. Each non-token creature you control gets going on one counter. What are we copying? I want to know what we're copying with the mirror box. Mirror box. What are we copying? The legend rule does not apply. I guess you just want it so that you can play multiple copies of the same Planeswalker, I guess, eh? Holy smokes, that's busted. I need to get this card, the mirror box, and there's like so many things we could do with it. Like, where else is it getting run? Adrix, the Nev Twin Casters. Oh, yes, and see the copy decks. Copy decks love it. Copy decks want to run it. Copy decks need this card. What do you see here? Ward 2. When one of our tokens would be put onto the battlefield under your control, create twice that many tokens instead. So copy your legends with Adrix and the Nev Twin Casters, and then you just get the helmet of the host. You need the helmet of the host. Oh, they're not legendary anybody, so it doesn't matter. But like, you want to copy your legendary permanents and then like have many of them. This card's cool. The mirror box. I'm stoked to see this card. How did I miss this one? I missed this one in tech. I'm sorry. I think a new squeeze is better than Legion Warboss. Awakening seems good here. Can pitch that duplicates. This deck can wreck face pretty well. I like to see a Bone Crusher giant. No, don't knock. It's not. Whose brew is this anyway? This is by Pi Foreman. I don't think Alan made this brew. Unless you did, Alan. I mean, not taking nothing away from you, but like, this is a good. You're suggesting this, right? Something like this, easy to build, cheap to play. I like it. This is something I can smash together fairly easily, right? Do you have 19 mountains and a bunch of Chandras? Probably. I know there's some of these cards like I've got to have these because they're Crimson Vow and there's some Midnight Hunt and there's a few Zendikars. I know the Angers, I got it. Valakuta, wait. I might be able to just smash this together. I do need the mirror box. I know I didn't open one. This Mazemine Tome. There's like, I don't have to be. Yeah, right. I don't have to be like hard to this, but mono red seems like a good place to start, right? For the bro this holiday season. I got to build a commander deck. So Alan's helped me out. It's all good. We're gonna tweak this thing. Trust me. I'm not building this exactly as listed. I'm gonna take some audibles here. I'm gonna throw a few extra cards in there. Stuff that I don't have. You know, I might just like I would throw some Bone Crushers in here where I'm missing stuff. Like, if I don't have all these Spike Field hazards, like, why not? Bone Crusher Giant. Really good. This deck can crush face. Yeah, that might be a decent spec, right? Oh, word. Somehow I thought it was. It's all good. Is the chain bar? I don't know. The chain veil. Let's check it out. The chain veil. The chain veil. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it is. Pioneer. Legal. At the beginning of your end step, if you don't activate a loyalty ability of a planeswalker this turn, you lose life. For each planeswalker you control, you may activate one of its loyal abilities once a turn as though none of its loyal abilities have been activated before this turn. Yeah, so like, we want to add some. Yeah, I mean, why not? I could throw a copy of the Chain Veil in there. Chandra could throw it on. Holy smokes, where are these guys? Nick those ramp deck, ate the Predator's voice. Like, this is some shenanigans. This is fine. This is just fine. Let's check the stock test and see what else, if anything, these folks over the stock desks are saying. We're looking for some weekly winners from these folks, right? Where's the latest article? Nothing new. Let's check a look at the interests. It's another place to go, right? Another place we want to check out is this Dawn Glare site. I've never been there, so let's check it out. Let's go there now. DonGlair.com. This is a recommendation from the coach. Don Glair. He's like, you could check this out. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, look at all these prices. Hey, what is this? What's going on? Okay, I am visualizer. What are we visualizing here? Dawn Glare. I'm gonna have to check this out. I'm gonna have to spend a little time on this. I am gonna go legacy. Let's see what happens. Oh, look. Hello. This looks like a Scry magazine. This is like what inside of a Scry magazine or an Inquest magazine used to have. So, like, back in the day, did you guys read Scry or Inquest? Let me throw it up there in the comment section. If you were a Scry guy, type Scry. If you're an Inquest guy, type Inquest. Which one do you like better? I like the Inquest. I did because I like to see, in the Inquest magazine would put like this red or green, and then they'd have like a plus or a minus to tell you if the me and Richie Dubs. That was an Inquest guy. This is like an Inquest. Inquest! But I think Price Guide. Did they have it? Yeah, like see, the Inquest had this like red green here, right? I can show it for you. Like the old Inquest magazines, they'd have this red if it was going down and the blue if it was up since last time. So it would help you track it, right? So I like that about the Inquest magazine. You'd be like, okay, this card's going up, this card's going down. And like, you don't want to see something. This was a this was a good addition. Um, like literally, and this is the sad thing about living in Canada and being a kid and Magic when you're, 13 and 14 years old buying Inquest magazine. When they have these contests, they're like literally Brody did the coloring contest. Like nobody else did this. I did the coloring contest in this book. And it's like, do the coloring contest, find all the things in the, in the clues, highlight them all, mail it in, and you could win yourself a Black Lotus, right? And it's like not available in Canada. Sorry. That's what I still bought it. I did the coloring contest and I was like, uh, could have been, could have been, could have been. Coloring. And you know what? My coloring has just gotten better since then. I stuck with it. My coloring is getting better. I still go outside the lines, but it's fine. It's fine, fine, fine. Thanks for this Dawn Glare site. Um, Appreciate the tip, coach. That is fantastic. I'm definitely going to check this out. It's got just a different look on it. Oh, and we saw the hover. Look what happens when we do the hover, Black Lotus. The hover. Hello, hello. Well, we have got things to do. Drain power. Oh, heading down. Alpha rares, unlimited rares, revised rares, homelands. Oh, look at all the candy. Coach, I've got to go. I need a moment alone with this list. Thank you for see, this is the other thing about doing this. Like, I'd be dumber if I didn't start doing YouTube. I would be. I'd be a lot stupider because like the collaboration and the ideas and the interaction and the suggestions and the criticism and the discussion and the compliments and the encouragement and everything that I get, and I hope you guys get some of that from me. Makes Magic so much more enjoyable. So thank you for this, Mr. Coach. Thanks for having my back. Appreciate that. Alfonzonians unite over on the channel. It's getting on to half past the hour. We're gonna head out for the day. It's been a slice. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and hanging out with me for a good hour 45. That's all right. I'm okay. A little bit slow starting this morning, but Brody's got the time. If you guys want to come hang out, check the card prices. If you guys, don't find it interesting, if it's boring, if you just want to come hang out, check some tech comment section. Throw me a WhatsApp in the comment section. having a little bit of problem. I've got to run over to the bicycle shop, get my bicycle looked at. I kept falling down, and I think it's just too tired. I do. I think it's just too tired. Thanks a lot for hanging with me, folks. I appreciate you hanging out with me for the hour. Probably going to head on over to the Dual Brain channel, check out what's going on over there. My old LGS printed Inquest and the Wizard. Yeah, the Wizard magazine. Holy smokes. Oh, man. Ed, if you made it to your destination safely, thanks for bringing me with you, DJ. Thanks for bringing me with you, Brain, and everybody else who's got me along for the ride this morning. I enjoy our time together. I hope to hook up on the telephone with Brain a little later this weekend. We should have a little chit chat, shareholders meeting. Call in a shareholders meeting. We gotta talk about some stuff. It's real good. Hope to see you over on the DJ Longhair channel tonight. Throw the time up for us again there, DJ, because don't want to miss it. I'm Brodys ran a little behind today, so I don't want to miss it. Was it at 7 o'clock, right? I think it's at 7 Eastern Standard Time. Or give me the time again there, DJ. If you don't mind, throw it up in the chat for me there, buddy. And anybody checking the replay can head over there if they haven't done so already. Twiddler, thanks for joining me. Richie Dubs, as always. Alan Cohoon, Prime 406 Games. Got to shout out all the folks. The Richie Dubs, the coach, the Twiddler, and the DJ. The Alan Cahoon, the Richie Dubs. I hope I didn't miss anyone. The fans of Magic the Gathering who love the game as much as we do. Everybody on Team Superbacker, thanks for joining us. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific tonight. Thursday, December 15th. We're going to be tuning into the MTG Roundtable over at the Mr. DJ Longhair channel. If you like this show, if you want to catch me there, happy to chat. We're the host with the most, Mr. DJ Longhair, will be putting on the show again today, as he does every Thursday. Thanks again for watching. Smooth adventures, safe adventures, and we'll talk to you all again real soon.